Now that Tears of the Kingdom's Nintendo Switch 2 version is here, there are a ton of hidden quests that even veteran players might have missed. Regardless of whether you're a newcomer or you've already played God knows how many hours of Tears of the Kingdom, this is the perfect time to uncover quests you may have never seen before. These quests don't get marked down in your adventure log, so regardless of whether you're a newcomer or a veteran, you might have missed a couple of these itty-bitty side quests. Here are 14 of them, and as close as I can get to being spoiler-free. Gerudo need to learn about Vo somehow, and there are two types of classes in Gerudo Town. One for the tots and one for the grown-ups. While the one for kids is in the morning and it doesn't require Link's help, you can act as a kind of teaching assistant / embodied exposure therapy in the evening class. There are different ways in which Link will be asked to help out these eager Vi, but I won't spoil how. Just go and chat to the teacher and be prepared to do a lot of back and forth across the whole of Hyrule to help these Vi learn all about Vo. You'll want a lot of rock hammers for this one. Delve under the Karakara Bazaar, bring a lot of rusty weapons, and get ready to fuse a lot to break through rocks and uncover a hidden quest. It's quite quick, but the payoff is immense. This will require some patience though, as you'll need to finish the Gerudo Town questline before you can complete it, but I promise you in the long term, it's worth it. This is a very minor but a fun interaction, so I'm including it. This guy called Stam is fixated on something called the Master Gourd. He can be found at the Dueling Peaks stable just muttering about it to himself, so intense is his preoccupation with the squash. You'll have to have your hands on the Master Sword to progress this exchange between the pair, so when you've got that far, make sure to return to Stam and just see if he'll listen to you. Hudson and Ronson are precious and, bless them, eventually they manage to wave goodbye to their adorable daughter Mattison. Mattison has to go to Gerudo Town as part of the Gerudo tradition to learn the way of her mother's people, while her parents stay in Tarrytown on the other side of Hyrule. Ronson and Hudson miss her terribly. If only there was a way you could reassure them that Mattison is okay in Gerudo Town. If only. Duoma is hunting for the lost city of Grondia and can be found in Goron City searching for clues. This is more something you find and go, oh that's cool, rather than something you need to return to her to tell her about, but it is still a cool little lore detail that's worth piecing together for yourself. Travel towards the South Akala stable and you'll find a lot of cute, fluffy marshmallow sheep in the pen behind the stable, with a loving caretaker who falls asleep when she starts to count them. I know, she's adorable. Anyway, she's not having a great time as one of her prize cuckoos has gone missing, and she's worrying about where it could possibly be. Once you find the cuckoo, the real puzzle begins. No spoilers about how to complete this hidden quest, but it kept me guessing for a long time. Being a creeper has never been as encouraged as this. In Breath of the Wild, you might remember having to sneak around Hateno village to listen to what these two are gossiping about. And, well, they're still at it. The audacity. Mind you, it's not even gossiping, to be honest. They just like their privacy and hate eavesdroppers, so why not give them a little bit of peace? Make sure you're wearing a complete matching set of clothing and you'll find them much more willing to let you listen. Once again, no spoilers, but they drop some significant hints about the son of someone important and where to find him. At the Riverside stable, you'll find someone named Ty out back who's enamoured of a legendary sword, but he can't quite recall where to find it. The only thing he can remember is that it can be found in the something woods. Now, there are plenty of woods all around Hyrule, but only a handful have two words prefixing the wood bit. He's also looking for his wife, Cerelia. Follow his hints to try and find her, reunite the pair, and fulfill their desires by showing them something. This is definitely one of those quests that you should keep a note of and continue exploring from then on, as you'll probably stumble upon Cerelia during your travels. This is a wiser approach than setting out to find her, as that would be like trying to find a needle in a haystack or a crucified Korok, but who would think to make that a reality? Right? After being turned into Calamity Ganon's lair and then being hoisted up into the air, poor Hyrule Castle just can't catch a break. Instead of being the pinnacle of Hyrulean architecture marvelled at for miles around, it's now avoided like the gloom tentacly plague that infests it. Nonetheless, the temptation of uncovering a special royal recipe is just too much for a certain chef to bear, and they've decided to ignore any kind of self-preservation instinct and go find it themselves. Once again, no spoilers. Gerudo Town, once its inhabitants have come up from below, is doing a lot better than before, but there's one NPC in particular who's scared of leaving its confines due to the ever-present danger of the Yiga clan. Fenlin is a chef who wants to go on her travels, but knowing there's a Yiga clan hideout somewhere in Gerudo Canyon is keeping her stuck. I bet there's some way you could help her out. Hyrule may have cracked open to reveal huge abyssal caverns that lead into a forgotten kingdom, but that's not going to stop Hyrule's denizens from going on a road trip. Zerona and Cairo are travelling companions who have decided that, gloom plague or not, it's about time to go on a gap year and go on a road trip. First, you'll find them at Lookout Landing, and if you take note of the next destination they're discussing, you can head there and catch up with them. Each time they'll be chatting about their next stop, meaning you can follow their journey and act like it's a coincidence when you bump into them. They'll never know. Gerudos can be found far and wide across Hyrule, and most of them have their own reasons for leaving Gerudo Town. Often, it's to find a Voe. One in particular is not on the hunt for Voe, but gems. Gems are a Gerudo's best friend after all. If you provide her with the quantity she's asking for, she'll buy them from you at above market price. You need to work your way through increasing gem rarities to get the biggest profits, so start with hoarding amber, and then follow her instructions on what shiny, crunchy, precious mineral crystals to bring her next. There's a mysterious new beast that's been whispered about all over stables in Hyrule, and I won't spoil what they're called here. You should inevitably find them. If you've found them evitable, then rest assured, it's not too hard to figure out where they are if you visit all of the stables. Anyway, when you do find these creatures, remember to snap a photo and then do another circuit of the stables. Those who were discussing the rumour will be thrilled to see this legendary beast for themselves. Hint, hint. Finally, when you've been exploring Gerudo Town, you may have noticed a lovesick Gerudo sitting by the Bonker's well, hoping she'll find her one true love by tossing bottle after bottle into the stream below, each one containing a precious love note. The note says that whoever finds it must be her true love, so if Link can find it, maybe he should return it to her. Zelda won't mind, don't worry. Mipha might, if she were alive. Harsh, but true. There you go. You might want to write some of those down because God knows I could not keep track of all of that in my head. Those are all 14 quests you can easily miss in Tears of the Kingdom. And if you find any more, feel free to let me know in the comments below / look through the comments yourself to see what others found that you might have missed. In general, if you're looking for quests you might have missed, just make sure you talk to NPCs whenever you can, and watch for those telltale bold words in their dialogue. Remember to keep talking to them until they have no new dialogue to offer either. If you've made it this far, then you have a better attention span than I do, frankly, and why not like this video and subscribe to Eurogamer for more videos about Tears of the Kingdom. Now, I'm going to go and continue to try and find all of Misko's treasure so I can make a slutty little outfit for Link, so I'll see you folks next time.